All right, guys, so today I wanted to check out and test two headlight kit restorations. One is going to be the Cerakote headlight restoration, and then the second is going to be the Meguiars Ultimate Headlight Restoration Kit, which is actually kind of funny that it says Ultimate because it says it lasts 18 months, 18 plus months. So I'm assuming if you keep it like garage kept, if you look over your cars, you're not going to keep it in the sunlight super long times of the day. I have a garage, but I don't actually end up using my car, and I don't park in the garage. But and this one from Cerakote, which is a really popular one, and it actually says lifetime guarantee, which is kind of crazy compared to the Meguiars one, right? I think they're both around the same price. I don't remember. I think Cerakote is $23, and I believe Meguiars is $21. I both bought them at Walmart. You can also buy them on Amazon. I can leave the links to those two down below. But yeah, we're basically going to go ahead and apply both of these. This one's going to be Cerakote on this side, and then this, if you're driving on the right-hand side, your left will be the Ultimate Meguiars Headlight Restoration Kit, which says 18 months. And they both don't require any tools, so I think this is a good one for everyone to try and pick up. Okay, so Headlight Restoration Kit, step one, open up one of these packs here and tear it across. It already has it perforated for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And we got the gloves on as well, like they say. And we got ourselves a wipe here. Now, these are not terrible. I've definitely seen worse. My dad's van was a lot worse. I should have done a video on that. I actually used the Harbor Freight kit on my dad's Sienna, but we're going to go ahead and start circular motions like it says. Circular motions. Oh my. I don't know what's in this stuff, but I mean, I'm not getting a smell. But I mean, when you wet the headlights, they always look nice. I probably should have taped off. Yeah, I definitely should have taped it off, but I didn't tape off the headlights. But we're going to go ahead and circular motions here all the way down. This stuff is really greasy, though, because I could feel like my gloves definitely like super soaked in whatever this is. And it's super oxidized for sure because there is so much yellow on this little towel oxidized wipe. Okay, so very oxidized. So we're actually going to take another one. Be careful not to sand the paint or surrounding areas. So we will tape it off. I will do that. I got to make sure I do that. So I'm going to tape it off after I wipe. And then we have to take it off the paint as well. So we're going to, I should have probably taped the area before. That's kind of an error on me, but it's all right. It'll be all right. It's not like a 2025 Porsche Taycan or something. It's just a 2012 Corolla. All right. So we'll probably have to use another 2, I think. Yeah, we'll probably have to use another 1 or 2 just to get it really remove a lot of that oxidation. Okay, so 2 there. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, actually. Not get too crazy. Let's do one more of these. All right, that is a lot of greasy oxidization on my hands. But we need a clean towel too. Wipe it off the paint because you don't want that on the paint. And we're definitely going to tape it up when we sand right now. So I'm going to tape this all up before we get into the sanding portion, which is step 2. All right, so I taped it off. A little bit of a sloppy job, but it's not the point. It's that we're getting some sort of protection at least. I trust myself around, at least with this hand grip thing, to be doing it. With the pad, I probably would have taped it up another 5 inches more. But we're basically going to do the 2000 grit, the purple pad. You can apply that there. And it doesn't really stick. Oh, I put it the opposite way. And then you're going to make it stick to the 2000 pad there. There we go. Now we're on there. The pad's on there, Velcroed on. So make sure you're pretty much just spraying down the area with water throughout the process. So let's go ahead and spray. That should be good. And then spray the pad as well, they say. And basically go left to right, and don't forget to spray here and there. So let's get this done. And then make sure to try to get the corners too. Don't forget the corners. You want this finish to be perfect. And spray a tiny bit more. And there. All right. That's about 3 minutes probably. Take it off the pad. Apply a little water. Hit the corner up a little bit. Make sure you want to take care of it, you know? Get the corner. Make sure you're getting a nice all-around finish. You don't want to have a little missing spot. It doesn't look as great. So get the little corners here. It does say to rinse with water. I don't have a running water hose, but I will. We got this spray bottle. And rinse it away this way. Rinse, 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 rinse. Obviously, if you have a pressure washer, water hose, you can do that. I do have my pressure washer. I just don't have it hooked up, and I don't really want to hook it up just for this, right? I did just wash my car, but I just put it away. I didn't think I'd do this video right now, but I thought might as well because I already just washed it. So, yeah, so we'll wash that off. There you go, nice and rinsed off. All right, so now they want you to get the 3000 grit pad, which is the green one, and put it on the right way, guys. Put it on when it says 3000. It's basically put that side down, nice on there, and the same thing. You want to repeat with water, 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 and go back to town here. All right, I think we're at that point where I can do it by hand. Spray a little more on the sandpaper. And only on the corners, really, that's the hard part you got to do with the hand. So we're going to knock this out by hand real quick. And then we'll hit over to step 3. Rinse well and dry off. So I'm just going to rinse it from this side on down. Soak it up. And there you go. Wipe it dry. Wipe it all dry there. Because the last part is we're going to put the actual ceramic coating on there. And I do have the ceramic coating from Cerakote as well. I bought it from Walmart just to test out. And I will be doing that on a separate video. I'm going to ceramic coat my Corolla. So it's going to be pretty much Cerakoted out. Oh, that doesn't have Meguiar, but boom, we got ourselves a dry surface now. Opening it up here. Definitely has a very potent smell for sure. So this is very important here. Ceramic coating. Here we are. Now, I might keep it folded because it might be easier to apply. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to go horizontally from left to right, starting from top to bottom. There. And then with the overlap, 50% overlap, guys. And then 50% overlapped. That might be like a 60% overlap. Get down. Get the corner. Only one single coat, they say. And boom. It says only one single coat. Oh my God, I missed a spot. There we go. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. But that is crazy that I feel like this is a pretty big and this is only half folded too, so or it's folded in half, sorry. Yeah, so you make sure it's dry. I had another dry microfiber towel, not the same one I've been using. It's the same color, but I had a dry one. So make sure you're using a dry microfiber towel. Moving horizontally from top to bottom. Carefully wipe the coating in singles. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Boom, we're done. Now we just got to let it dry. But for now, we're going to go on to the Meguiars side and testing that one out. Process on this one, I honestly feel like it was pretty easy. I mean, follow step one, oxidize remover kit right here. You're probably going to be doing 3 on each side because it comes with 6, so you can do 3 on one, 3 on the other. That's why I didn't do, like, I could have done 6 on one side, but that would have been overkill, and it would have been not the same thing as people watching would have done it, right? If you only buy one kit, you're not going to reply all 6 to 1 because then you have no other pads to use, no other wipes to use on the other headlight. So that's why I only did 3. And yeah, so basically, Cerakote ceramic, I would rate that out of applying. That was like a 9 out of 10 out of ease wise. Like, it's really simple, really easy. I like it. Might not even, I mean, from all the kits I've used, I've only used 2 other kits. I used a Turtle Wax kit a while ago. That had like similar process sort of, and then the kit from Harbor Freight is a drill kit, so attached to the drill, and I'm not a big fan of that, especially for headlights. I feel like I want to get in there with my hand, especially on the corners, so I feel like I'm better with my hands. So to be honest, this kit is better than the Harbor Freight kit. Maybe it's like a few bucks more, like $5, but supposedly this lasts you, you know, lifetime, right? Supposedly lifetime guarantee. It says it's a professional ceramic coating for your headlights, so you get your headlights ceramic coated for $21, I believe 23, something like that. Again, I'll link in down below. But yeah, let's get over to the Meguiars section and go ahead and get that done, and then I'll show you guys a close-up comparison of the two once they're dry for a little while. So let's get on over to the other headlights and start the Meguiars process. All right, so for the Meguiars headlight restoration kit, when you open it, you're going to see these 2 ultimate sealant wipes. These actually say do not unfold wipe, so maybe I did good on the other side when I didn't unfold it. I don't know why it just made sense to me to not unfold it, because if you unfold it, it's like super wide, and then you're gonna like for sure get on your paint. So that's why I didn't unfold it there. Get yourself the same little pad, basically the same exact thing. Just this one's actually a little bit bigger. So if that's something that kind of, I don't know, it's definitely bigger on the top. Get yourselves a 1,000 grit sandpaper. So that's something to note there. 1,000 grit sandpaper, and then you also get another one that's 3,000 grit sandpaper, or a sand pad, whatever. The other one was 2,000 and 3,000, but you do get the oxidation wipes as well. Then you get gloves in there as well, but I'm going to still use the other ones I had on. And yeah, so on they don't have like a little note inside. They have it on the back of the box here for the steps and the directions. So remove any dirt, dust, debris from the headlight using a glass cleaner, alcohol, and clean towel. So like I said, I've just washed these before we started this, so we're good. Mask edges of the headlights using masking tape. Attach the 1,000 grits. Spray water, and then also it's 1,000 grit and then 3,000 grit. Sorry, what did I say? Did I say 2,000? I meant to say 3. But yeah, so basically this is actually be kind of a little bit different. So we're not going to do oxidation wipe pads. It's sandpaper 1,000, sandpaper 3,000, and then a sealant. So it's 3 steps. The other one was technically 4, but it's technically 3 because it's 1 step was wipes. Second step was a 2,000 grit sandpaper and a 3,000 grit sandpaper. So that's 3 steps, and the 4th was the sealant. So 4 steps, basically going to be the same here, and it's actually going to be 3 steps. So 1 step less, if you want to think about it like that. But let me mask off this section. We're going to start the 2,000, then the 3,000, and then the sealant, and we'll show the results of that as well. All right, to save time, I opened up the hood. I should have done it on the last one. I didn't, but that's fine. It's telling you too, the Meguiars is actually going to be wetting. It tells you to just wet the pad, but I feel like you should definitely wet the headlight as well. So I'm going to wet both the headlight and the pad here. So we're going to start with the, what is it? 1,000 grit and then to 3,000. And yeah, basically the same process. It just, like I said, 1 step less, if you want to think about it like that. So we're going to wet the area, wet the pad. I just dropped my sandpaper. Oh. Wet the sandpaper and get to work here. Same thing, same pattern. Horizontal movements overlapping each other for 2 to 3 minutes, making sure that the sandpaper and the headlight are both wet and lubricated well. So go ahead and get that done. About 2 to 3 minutes for this. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take the actual sandpaper off the pad. We're gonna apply more water to the pad, and then we're gonna go in the little corners that are kind of tough to get when the pad's actually on it. So we're gonna hit up the corners there. Again, same thing as the last process. Kind of just hit the corners up. Don't want to miss any spots. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done a few more times. And we're gonna go hit that 3000 sandpaper right after this. So I'm assuming the same process. Haven't read ahead, but I'm assuming the same thing. Just kind of wipe it off. Spray it again wet with the 3000 grit. And then apply the wipes. But let's actually read the directions here before I forget. So we're moving on to 3000, guys. Let's go ahead and get it done. I'm going to personally spray it and wipe it off. And then start this process. I'm not sure if you really have to. I just feel like it looks cleaner. Quick little wipe there. Boom. So we're going to go ahead and wet it and hit it with the 3000 grit sandpaper this time. All right, and that is done. So clean the headlights with glass cleaner and dry thoroughly. So we're going to go ahead and just wipe it down with water because I use water as my glass cleaner. Shout out to Josh V because I learned it from him. So we're going to wet this down, wipe it off, dry it off with a dry towel. Make sure it's very dry to get ready for the sealant wipe. We're going to dry this off. And one thing to note, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but this looks way more hazy than the other headlight. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like it to me. And I definitely missed a little spot right there, but it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it. But other than that, it looks really, really well done, actually. I feel like that 1000 grit, starting at 1000 grit sandpaper, maybe is a little better for me. And we'll talk about that at the end, actually. So I'm going to now apply the sealant wipe because now we're on the final step there. So we're going to wear provided glove, open the sachet. Oh, I guess that's what it's called, a sachet. Wow. Don't unfold the wipe. Wipe the ultimate headlight sealant from top to bottom evenly. So they're doing it the exact same way, top to bottom evenly. Continue working your way across the headlight with overlapping strokes until the entire headlight has been treated. One wipe is enough to do both headlights. Wow. Okay, so they're not saying to do multiple passes. I'm assuming just one headlight with overlapping strokes until the entire headlight has been treated. So it's the same thing, I think. It's just one. It's just one go. Interesting enough, though, they give you two of these, but it's saying you could do one with both. Maybe it depends on how big your headlight is. Maybe they could have made those little instructions a little clearer. I don't know. But let's open up the pad here. Again, we're going to make sure I hold it on this hand. Wow, it's very moist here. So don't unfold it. Top to bottom, even strokes. Here we go. Just making sure I was recording there. Okay, let's do it. Just a little spot there. And then we're going to go back here. And boom, guys, there it is. So I am going to toss that to the side, take this glove off, throw that down, and let that dry now. Okay, so now it says the product dries to the touch in 24 hours. The product fully cures in 48 to 72 hours. Keeping the headlight clean and dry while your ultimate headlight sealant fully cures is recommended. You provide masking tape, water, and a cup of spray. So yeah, that's one thing to note. Both of these don't come with a masking tape. They don't come with a spray bottle. So if you guys thought you could do everything with just this kit, you are going to need a few extra supplies. That being the headlight, or sorry, that being the, well, yeah, you providing the headlight. But you actually getting the you actually keeping get a bottle, right? Bottle with water and masking tape, and obviously the microfiber towels to wipe them off when they're dry and stuff like that. So, now my review on both of these, right? We have the Ultimate Headlight Storing Kit, Restoration Kit from Meguiars, and the ceramic headlight coat, from Cerakote Headlight Restoration Kit. And I want to say Cerakote is definitely more expensive, but I think by a few bucks. I think this one is okay from the two. To be honest, in my opinion, I feel like Meguiars was a little easier because it's just 2 pads of sandpaper and then a wipe. The other one was like 3-4 passes of an oxidation, or 3 passes of an oxidation wipe, and then 2 steps of sanding, and then a wipe, or a final sealant ceramic coating wipe. So I think to apply, I would say Meguiars is definitely easier. But if you want like a better finished product, I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about, was the hazing, right? Because you start with 1,000 grit sandpaper from Meguiars. Meguiars, you start at 1,000, which I think is really a really good thing, because you want to get those deeper scratches with 1,000 grits, and to help out, especially if you had a lot of maybe it depends on, I guess, on your oxidation of your headlights, right? If you had a really older beat up car, super oxidized. Mine was pretty bad, I would say. Like at a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say mine's probably like a 6, maybe 6.5. I don't think it was super bad, but it wasn't the best for sure. This is definitely an improvement. But well, we can kind of back up. Actually, let's check out the other headlight in a bit. You know what? Let me keep talking. Sorry. So yeah, again, Meguiars, easier to put on, but it's literally a lifetime guarantee with Cerakote for 21 to 26. I can't remember exactly the price. I want to say 23 something. And I want to say Meguiars is 21, 19, something like that. So in my opinion, I feel like Meguiars was way easier to apply. Not way easier. I'm going to say just a bit easier. But Cerakote is literally a ceramic coating for you. Now, Meguiars does say an advanced ceramic sealant, liquid glass, what they're calling it. But it's saying 18 months. This is saying as long as you'll have your car. It literally says that. Well, it says the best guaranteed, and it says guaranteed to restore your headlights to like new condition and last as long as you own your vehicle, or we will simply refund your purchase. So I don't know how the refund policy works on that, but yeah, I mean, it works, right? Follow the steps. You're gonna get yourself a brand new looking headlight. Now I think if your headlights are super oxidized from the inside, then that might be another issue. I mean, that is going to be pretty much a brand new headlight. Oh, I didn't say this, but I'm not getting paid by either of these two companies, guys. They don't even know I exist. Meguiars, a really respectable company. Cerakote definitely has been trending because they've been like at Walmart. They have ceramic coatings that are super cheap, and people actually have good response from them. I'm going to be doing this car ceramic coated with Cerakote and trying that out just because I want to test things out like that and show you guys the reviews. But Meguiars, in my opinion, was the easier to put on, but Cerakote is just it's like 2 extra steps, right, of wipes. And other than that, it's the same thing. But this is literally giving you a lifetime guarantee. This one, the Meguiars, is saying 18 plus months of protection. They could be underselling over. Whatever, you guys know what I mean. They might be doing that because they might say, oh, it's going to last you 2 to 3 years too, but they want to undersell it and over deliver. I think that's how it goes. And yeah, so they might be doing that. But let's go ahead and do a close up, guys. Let me take you off the tripod here. Okay, so this is the Meguiars. Still hasn't really dried too much, but it's still been about, what, 5 minutes? And we have this. I mean, it looks brand new, guys. Brand new. And then we go over here, and it's clear. It's kind of drying up a little bit. It's definitely drying up faster than Meguiars, but I did just put that on, so it's kind of hard to say that. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I think I definitely think that. I mean, I don't know. I would personally go with Cerakote for sure. I think it's worth it, even if it's $5 more. I think just definitely go for the $5 more. I think it's worth it. It's going to last you a lot longer from what it seems on the box. And for sure, we'll be giving updates as well. Applying process, again, Meguiars. Overall, bang for your buck, I would say Cerakote. So that's my opinions. Links to both of these down below. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.